Hello, welcome to Special Maths Academy. In this video, we'll be looking at solution to the just concluded Special Maths contest. For this problem, we have three numbers of interest: 5, 12, 15, and 20. So this is we can break it down as 3 times 4, and this is 3 times 5, and here we have 4 times 5, and they're all co-prime. So this means that if we take the LCM of any two, it's going to be a multiple of the third from this composition. So that means that if we have a number divisible by any two, let's say x is a multiple of 12 and also a multiple of 15, then automatically it means that 20 will also be a factor. X must be a multiple of 20 as well. So if it's a multiple of any two, it's going to be a multiple of all three. So this means that in terms of counting, in terms of getting the multiples, we'll consider all the multiples of 12, and then separately consider the multiples of 15, and then all the multiples of 20. Of course, there are going to now be some double counting, which will come from those that are multiple of at least 2. So that means they have the multiple of all 3, and that will be the LCM here, which is 3 times 4 times 5, and that's 60. So that means if it's going to be any repetition, it's going to repeat in all 3, and it's going to be a multiple of 60. So we have 4 major calculations to do. So now, in general, since we're going to be making use of these 4 times, we're just going to treat it more generally first, and then we will just apply it to each of these values. So let's say we have we're looking at multiples of a number n that are less than 2022. I want to take the sum. So sum. Alright, so this means that we are considering numbers in the form n times some other value, let's say k. So where k is an integer. Okay, and we're looking at positive multiples, so that means k has to be a positive integer. Now, since the multiple has to be less than 2022, it means that n over nk has to be less than 2022. So k must be less than 2022 over n. And this means that if we take the biggest value that satisfies this, so let m be maximum, such that m is less than 2022. So that means the values of k will be from 1 to up to that value m. Okay, so once we figure out what m is, then we have this. So that means if you add all the multiples, it's going to be n plus 2n plus 3n. They will look like this all the way to nm. If we factor out n from that, we have 1 plus 2 all the way to m, which we can solve as n into m plus 1 over 2. So this will be the sum. So we're just going to apply that to when n is 12, when n is 15, when n is 20, and of course when n is 60. Okay, so for each of these we need to figure out what m would be. So here we have over 12. So once we divide this by, see that 6 divides both of these, so let's just divide straight away. 1 here into 20, we have 1, and we have remainder 8, 82. So we get 72 as a divisor, as a multiple. So we have 6 there. We have 10 remaining, 112, and we'll get 96, which would be, yeah, so that would be equal to 6. Okay, that will be equal to 8 rather. So this is 8. Okay, so this means that, and there will be some remainder, so that will be Okay, so we can calculate this. This means that m here is going to be 168. So we just need to figure out the other values in a similar way. I'm just going to do that now. Okay, so this is what we have, and then from this we can compute all the sums. Now what we actually want is to compute a sum for these three, and then they are going to have repetitions for those that are multiples of 60, and that's going to happen 3 times. Meanwhile, we need to count it once. That means we need to subtract twice of that sum. So let's say whatever we get here is S12, and this is S15 and S20, then this is X60. So what we actually want is S12 plus S15 plus S20 minus S60 times 2. Okay, so this is precisely what we need. Alright, so we're just going to apply this formula to get each of the values of S. So this is going to be 12 times 168 times 169 over 2, and then this is 15 times 134 times 135 over 2 plus 20 times 101 102 over 2 minus 2 times, so for 60 now we have 60 33 34 over 2. Okay, so we can remove the fractions. This goes here 51, this goes here 67, then this goes here 6. So this is what we have so far. We just need to simplify this, and then we have our answer. So after some calculation, we just get 341,727, and that's option C. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one.